I'm here now with Allan Lewis. Allan, coaching once again, this time at a different level to what you've been used to. You're right at the grassroots level in Division 3 West B with your local side, Llanderby. How is it?
Well, I'm thoroughly enjoying it. Obviously, you have high handicap golfers and good high handicap rugby players, but they're very committed. You can't fault their commitment to the game, and I'm thoroughly enjoying my time here.
Today's game, for example, now I saw there's a desire to play with the boys you've got available to you. You know, even the second row was throwing it around. Your props are willing to throw it around, but also the set piece was good. So you know they're obviously learning as they go along as well.
Yes, yes, it's coming slowly. I got to be honest with you. I thought when I reflect on it, I think looking back that I wasted pre-season. I didn't quite appreciate what was needed to be done at this level. We lost the 4 games, and I accept total responsibility for that, for the way we were trying to play the game. But now we've gone back to basics a bit more.
Yeah.
But they're 100% committed to the game.
And obviously at this level as well, you've got to have a certain versatility about you. You know, like you say, you know, whether it's you've got a lack of props or you've got need boys who can slot in. I think you had a flanker playing 13 today. So, you know, are boys willing to do that as well?
Yes, as I say, they're committed to the club. As I say, it's a village club. The commitment is there for that. What I have found, and I think I need to make the point, I work in the WIU, and there's a lot of people doing a lot of very, very good work within the WIU. I've heard the term grassroots, which is the first time I've been actually hands-on involved with the grassroots. I've watched the games over the last 2-3 years. The first time I've been involved with it. What I'm finding here is that you have a situation where we lose a prop, for instance, to a club of division above us, and he goes with a blessing. But that club has got a first and seconds. Now, nobody comes back to us. It's up to us at, as we say, the grassroots level to find another front row player. And that can be very difficult. Now, the other thing that strikes me as well is when I look at the school, the Amman Valley Comprehensive School, the catchment area covers areas, rugby clubs, such as T-Cross, Pennebank, Ammanford, Betws, Panderfynon, Llanderby, Amman United, Bryn Amman, and Cwmllynfell. So there's a huge responsibility on that school to develop and to an interest, you know, and nurture an interest in the game. Obviously, when Josh Lucy introduced the hub officers, I thought it was a marvellous idea. But we're not talking about the elite now. We're not talking about the academy players.
No.
The cream will always come to the top.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the under-13s B side.
Yeah.
Some of those players probably will end up at this level, at these Division 3 level. But then they become the next generation of committeemen and chairmen, etc. You know?
Yeah.
So it's important that we appreciate exactly what's going on here. I follow the game, I live in the village, but I didn't appreciate exactly what was needed at this level, the development needed at this level.
Oh, definitely. You know, I think I agree with your points there, and it is hard on the shop floor, as you say. You know, you look at sides up the road like Pennebank and New Dock Stars in Llanelli, both failing to field teams last week due to a lack of numbers, and it's hard out there, isn't it? You know, and maybe a way of sort of sharing some talent, or like you said, nurturing and keeping an interest, because some boys are walking away from the game at quite an early age as well.
Well, yes, you know, as I say, that's always the problem at our level.
Yeah.
But when we lose a player, it's more difficult for us to find these players. This is why I think that we have to look carefully at the development of the game at schoolboy level. We have to look at it at schoolboy level. And I'm repeating myself, what Josh Lucy did is put in strangely termed hub officers in.
Yeah.
I think that's an important aspect. When I was brought up, you always, you know, I taught in Gwen Wright Grammar School for a huge number of years, and we always had staff members who were helping out to the rugby there. Those days have gone. Yeah. But I think it's important that when we speak about grassroots, that people understand the problems at this level and not just pay lip service to it.
No.
But as I say, there's a lot of good work being done in the WRU. I'm not criticising it.
No. And yourself, now your own, I could see you look pensive on the touchline, you've a hands on the chin, you're rubbing your head at times, the passion's still there, Alan, you know, just as it was 20, 30 years ago. You know, there's no sign of you sort of giving up yet and taking an easy ride or going for a coffee in Costa's on a Saturday afternoon.
I must say I enjoy it, but I'll make no bones about it. It can be really frustrating. I find myself going back 40 years ago.
Yeah.
Like on Friday night, sometimes I'm phoning, texting at 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
Then I'm texting 10 o'clock on a Saturday morning to confirm players, etc., whether they play. But that's part of this, the list level.
Yeah.
It's the enjoyment factor comes when they turn up, they play their games. As you see today now, we've had a good win today.
Yeah.
Everything is buzzing in the club. And that's the main thing, basically. I do enjoy the hands-on, but it's been an eye-opener to me. It's been an absolute eye-opener to me.
Well, what an honour for those boys getting a call on Friday night from Allan Lewis. You know, many a star player that had those phone calls, and now there's boys at Llanderby level getting it. So that's testament to you, Alan, and your commitment to rugby, and it's your commitment to rugby over the years and at all levels. So, you know, I think, you know, hats off to you, and, you know, great for being part of Llanderby and, like you said, grassroots rugby.
But I got to be honest, I enjoy it.
Yeah.
If I didn't enjoy it, I wouldn't be doing it.
No, I understand that.
I enjoy it, like, you know, coming after the game, we have a drink, I meet players, or not players, but people that I haven't seen in years.
Of course.
I thoroughly enjoy it, but I gotta say, I'm finding swear words now that I never knew existed in the frustration on times, you know. And I'm thinking I'm drinking a little bit too much on occasions.
And I noticed, just quickly, a top tip you would try and pass on to the boys. They were very quick to try and get into a beer after the game, and you were advising them it's water first.
Yeah, you know, I'm a bit of an old woman, and I'm sure they just look at me down sometimes, but what I'm trying to tell them, they come off the game, they need to rehydrate by just taking a glass of water or a gallon of water, etc. But it's funny. Then when I go outside, I tell them that. They go outside, there's two there with their bottle in their hands, and three smoking. And, you know, well, as I say, high handicapped rugby players.
Fantastic. Well, lovely to chat to you, Alan. Diolch yn fawr I ti, a gobeithio I cwrdd yn ni to.
Yn sicr. Diolch yn fawr iawn I ti.
Iawn, dim probs.